Okay, moving right along, I also want to do a reading on that the gentleman that was taken off of his duty because he reported the coronavirus. This Navy guy removed from duty. So I want to do a reading on the one that was removed from duty because he let the public know that there was a problem in an outbreak and something needs to be done because he cared about his men. Thinker. Okay, so this is telling me at the center of things, he didn't just go off the wall to do this. He thought about it before he released it. Okay. So this wasn't something that was done haphazardly. This is something he pondered about, and probably tried to go through the chain of command and wasn't getting anywhere. And if you've ever been in the military, you know you can go to the chain of commands and sometimes it just goes nowhere and you're just left spinning. So I think that's probably what happened with him. Okay, negotiation. He had a negotiation. Crossing it is harmony. Okay. I think he was hoping that this was going to help. This could also be, negation, harmony. He wants to do it the best way that he can. Okay, he wants to try to get through this the best way he can. He doesn't, didn't want to cause a big blow up. That was not his thing behind it. Okay. But he's out of there, but he's still in the military. He's still in his same pay grade and everything. And I think that probably once Trump's gone, that things are going to be negotiated out in a better way. But let's see what happens. Yeah, he's going to be sitting there looking forward. And again, we have the to the command. We got the train going by, but it also could be thinking that he's looking forward and he's standing strong. He hasn't done anything wrong, even though the Trump wants to make it seem that way. He did what the best thing he could do for his crew. He was thinking, I want to do the best thing I can for my crew. He wanted to negotiate it in harmony. He wasn't trying to do anything bad. Okay. So going into it, again, this is my card for the USA, our value system and everything. And I think that's what it was. He was in a compassionate state. So for me, sometimes the female is the inner, although in Hinduism, the feminine is the divided, the outer, the male is the thing. But I think in this case, when I'm reading cards, for me, a lot of times the feminine is your strong internal feeling, what's going on with you feeling-wise. And I think this was a strong emotional issue for him that he needed to act on. Okay? He needed to get it out there. He needed to put that out there because he was caring about his people and, again, about his duty. His duty. And he was looking for aid. He was looking for help with things. Looking for them to step up to the plate. Okay? So he's going to continue to hold to his values. That's telling me also he continues. He came in with as a person that held to their values. He's taking his military service absolutely dedicated. dedicated to the country, dedicated to his command. Okay, underneath of it, yeah, it's the foundation of it is this caused some drama, and that put an end to his career on that ship. Okay, so we had the fight when it came out, and they wanted to put an end to his career things. Let me pull another one and see what we have going here. Yeah, and you know Trump was behind it because they said the usual Trump phrase. Yeah, again, wanted to put an end to that, but there's light at the end of the tunnel. This is the death card. So that put an end to him being on that ship, but he's going forward to better things, okay? That's what that's showing me. There's light at the end of the tunnel. I like that death card. It's kind of like spiraling from where it's at there. It's kind of like spiraling outward. Okay, that energy starts here and is spiraling, and we have it again, the light at the end of the tunnel. So I like that one. Even though they think they put an end to his career there, no, he's still in the Navy. He's still got his full rank, and he will go on to other things. Chariot, yeah, above it we have moving the burden again. We've got a burden that's carried because of this. Yeah, the way they put that other guy in there and he went on that ship and tried to dress this guy down. Yeah. Nine of Swords. You know, this is the Trump administration pointing all the swords at him. He's in the center of it, and they're aiming for him. Okay, they were aiming for him. And this caused then a lot of sorrow with the ship people. When he was ushered off of there, they were really sad. This is the card of being the sad, and these are all bound up. They were all bound up together. This crew and the head of this ship, they were very tight together. So when he left, and they came in there to spout that stuff and try to dress him down, yeah, this was a tower moment for them for doing that. This guy has gone on to already resign. Okay, he went on there. They were booing him, and he was trying to to sully this guy's reputation, and they weren't having it. The crew of that ship was not having it. When he left that ship, they were all chanting his name because he cared about his crew. Okay, he bucked the system to care about his crew. So he's going to have a new start. He's going to have some new things coming in going forward. Okay, I think there's going to be more that are going to come forward and talk about this. Okay, and they're going to be juggling things. We'll see what else we get with this going forward. Yeah, this puts some things up in the air, and it's going to cause a wave. They're going to maybe look at some things. But when Trump's administration goes, things are going to change. Yeah. Then they'll have, again, a new direction. The Fool, he will. He's got his stick. He's all happy. Sometimes these cards are so cute. But, yeah, the Fool. He's going to go forward. He's going to be just fine. He's going to be just fine. Yeah. They're not going to hear any of this bad stuff that this guy tried to put on him. That's going to be blocked. We're not even going there. We know it was Trump's administration. You know, there's going to be a transformation of this into some new area. Again, temperance. They're not going to see that he did anything wrong. The Hierophant, I like that one. We've got the key and the fox. Is that a fox or a deer? No, it's a deer. Okay, so we've got the key there. The key to this is the government, and you know, they're not going to see that he did anything wrong. Okay, so they're going to be looking at that, and he's going to rest easy. The key is he's going to rest easy. Okay, he's going to rest easy, and he's going to have a victory. Okay, in the end, because he cared more about his shipmates and getting the aid that they needed. He did a stand-up thing. He probably tried to go through the chain of command, and they weren't listening because they were, you know, whatever, worried about Trump. But again, he's a smart guy. He thought about this, and he's going to negotiate in harmony, you know, above it all. So he's going to be fine going forward. I'm sure the chain of command knows, even though they got to follow Trump's things, they're not stupid. Okay, he's the commander-in-chief, unfortunately. And if you're in the military, it's your job just to say yes, sir. Okay, as long as he's president, they just say yes, sir. How high do you want me to jump? Yes, sir. Okay. But again, they know they have no illusions about Trump. And again, the way that they took this guy out and said, I forget what the phrase is, they use it, but it's a phrase that Trump uses all the time, you know. Oh, I lost faith in him or something. It's to that. It's words to that effect. I've lost faith in him, you know, because he came out and told the bold truth that we've got a lot of sick men and they are in close quarters. If you've ever been on one of those ships, going up and down those little stairs they have and stuff in the Navy ships, and seeing their quarters, they got all the beds hung there. They are in very close quarters, and that's going to spread. And he wanted to get this contained as quickly as possible, so as few as possible men would be affected with this. So yes, he went outside the chain of command and put it out there, but probably because he was getting stymied at every level, and he cared more about his ship, his duty, his personnel, than he cared about his reputation. I'm just going to put it out there. Okay. So good news is he's going to be fine. They recognize this has to do with Trump and his idiocy, and while they have to obey it while he is in office, as soon as he is out of office, things will get back to normal and change, and he will be given a good position. Okay, so thanks for tuning in. Love and light to everyone. Please be safe. Be well out there. Namaste. And again, today, we just got an emergency alert here in New Mexico to stay home. And the guy, the acting Navy Secretary Thomas Modly, has submitted his resignation after calling an ousted aircraft, after being out there in that speech he made. And they weren't having it. He's already submitting his resignation. Yeah, he can dish it out, but he can't take it. So he's saying, I want out of here. No. Don't tell me to dress down this guy, because his shipmates are not having it. Okay? So it's good to see that they were all standing up for their commander, their person in charge there, and they just said, "Oh, we're not letting you dress him down like this. We're not. No, you're not going to do this. You're not going to smear his name." Okay, so I'm glad they stood up. I'm glad they weren't a bunch of sheep and bought into this thing. I'm glad they stood up and stood strong for the person that did the right thing. Thanks for tuning in.